Level 1. The $100 bill. You are standing in a parking lot in Glendale, Arizona. A man in a pressed polo shirt holds up a folded bill, telling you it is your lucky day. He found it right here, right now, but he cannot cash it, he says. The bank will ask questions. He will split it with you. All you have to do is give him $40 in good faith, while he runs inside to exchange it. The bill looks real. The crease is right. Ben Franklin's face. You hand over the $40. He walks inside. You wait 4 minutes. Before you understand, he is not coming back. The $40 is gone. The bill in your hand is a prop from a magic kit. And the worst part is not the money. The worst part is you stood there 4 full minutes believing this was your lucky day. $40 in a parking lot. And this ladder ends at $65 billion on Wall Street. Every level in between is the same trick wearing a different suit. The psychology never changes, so let's climb. Level 2. The $500 check. You listed your couch on Marketplace. A buyer messages immediately, polite and enthusiastic. They will pay by cashier's check. They are out of town. The check arrives for $2,200, not $500. Their assistant made a mistake, they say. Wire back the difference and keep $100 for the trouble. The check looks perfect. Real bank name, real routing number, real watermarks. You deposit it. Your bank shows the funds. You wire $1,700 back. 3 days later, the check bounces. It was counterfeit. The wire is gone. Your bank wants its money back from you because you deposited the bad check. You lost $1,700 trying to sell a $500 couch. Banks must show deposited funds before verifying a check. Those 3 days are what the fraudster is buying. Level 3. The $3,000 advance fee. You get an email. You have been selected. An inheritance, a prize, a grant, a lottery you never entered. The money is huge. All you have to do is pay a small processing fee to release it. $3,000. You pay it. Then a tax clearance fee. Then a legal transfer fee. Then a customs hold fee. Each one the final obstacle. The fortune never arrives. The fees keep coming. The reason it works is not stupidity. It is sunk cost. Once you have paid $3,000, you are protecting the story you told yourself about why you paid it. Level 4. The $15,000 romance. You match with someone online. The profile is good. They are attentive in a way that feels specific to you. They remember what you said 3 weeks ago. Good morning texts, 6 weeks in, no meeting yet. They are overseas, a nurse on a medical ship. Then the emergency hits. A hospital bill, a customs hold, a flight they cannot afford to rebook. The amount is small enough to feel manageable. You send it. They thank you. Then another emergency. The typical romance fraud, first payment to lasts 95 days. 95 days of good mornings and feeling seen. Then the account goes dark. The scammer did not steal your savings. They rented your hope and charged you by the week. Level 5. The $50,000 investment. You are in a group where everyone seems to be making money. Screenshots of gains. Withdrawal confirmations. A guy named Marcus is already up $40,000. The platform has a slick app, real-time charts, everything works. You deposit $500 to test it. It grows to $800 in 2 weeks. You withdraw the $800. It hits your bank account. That withdrawal is the most expensive thing that ever happened to you, because now you believe it. You deposit $50,000. The account shows $71,000 2 months later. You try to withdraw. A tax hold, a verification fee, a compliance review. The platform goes dark. The group is gone. Marcus was never real. This is called pig butchering. They fatten you up before the slaughter. It works because it does not ask you to believe something impossible. It asks you to believe something you already want. Level 6. The $100,000 wire. You are buying a house. You saved for 6 years. The down payment is $97,000. Closing is in 4 days. You have emailed your title company, agent, and attorney for 2 months. You recognize their signatures. 2 days before closing, An email from your attorney arrives with updated wire instructions. The address is correct. The logo is correct. The tone is correct. Send it to a new account, it says. What actually happened is a business email compromise. Criminals got inside the thread and watched for months. You wire 97,000. The account empties within the hour. Most of it is never recovered. Only 15% of wire fraud is ever reported. The email had no spelling mistakes. The best lies never do. Level 7. The corporate fraud. A real company, real offices, and a CEO on magazine covers. Elizabeth Holmes founded Theranos in 2003, promising a single drop of blood could run hundreds of tests. Investors believed her. Walgreens believed her. The Department of Defense believed her. At its peak, Theranos was valued at $9 billion. The problem was the technology did not work. The machine could run only a handful of tests, inconsistently. Patients got false diagnoses. Doctors made decisions on numbers that were wrong. Holmes kept raising money anyway. A journalist broke the story in 2015. Holmes was convicted in 2022, sentenced to more than 11 years. The company was worth zero. The story was so compelling that the people writing the checks never asked to see the machine work. Fraud at this level needs a narrative. Someone who makes a room feel that asking questions would be embarrassing. Level 8. The accounting fraud. Enron, Houston, Texas. Fortune named it America's most innovative company 6 years in a row. By 2000, it reported revenues of $111 billion. The stock traded at $90 a share. Employees held their retirement in Enron stock. Accounting techniques so complex that even the people using them could not fully explain them. Debt hidden off the balance sheet in shell entities that existed only to absorb bad numbers. The auditor, Arthur Andersen, signed off year after year. It collapsed in late 2001. The stock went from $90 to less than $1 in under a year. 20,000 employees lost their jobs. Many lost their entire retirement. The CEO got 24 years. Arthur Andersen, 89 years old, dissolved within months. The fraud was hidden inside the complexity itself. Too complicated to understand, so people deferred. Level 9. The billion-dollar fraud. Alan Stanford, a Texas financier with a bank in Antigua. He sold certificates of deposit promising 9 to 14%, far above any real bank. He sold $7 billion of them to 30,000 investors across 113 countries. A cricket sponsorship, a knighthood, a helicopter. Magazine covers next to the word billionaire. New investor money paid old investors. The classic Ponzi structure. Stanford pulled hundreds of millions out for jets, yachts, and mansions. The regulator had been suspicious since 1997. They investigated and dropped it. Again, and dropped it. In 2009, he was finally charged. In 2012, sentenced to 110 years. 20,000 people lost their savings. Most was never recovered. The system built to catch it looked at it multiple times and walked away. Level 10. $65 billion. Bernie Madoff, once chairman of the NASDAQ. One of the most respected men on Wall Street. His clients were some of the most influential people in the world. Outwardly, confidence, trust, competence. Behind the facade, the largest Ponzi scheme in history. He promised 18 to 20% returns, using new deposits to pay withdrawals. Propped up by reputation, selective access, and fake statements. He cultivated exclusivity. Investors sometimes had to beg to be allowed in. He made people compete for the privilege of giving him their money. His investors included charities, pension funds, banks, and celebrities. The man who came closest to stopping him was an analyst named Harry Markopolos. He looked at the returns in 1999 and within 4 hours knew they were mathematically impossible. He warned the regulator 5 times over 9 years. It went nowhere. Then the 2008 crisis brought a wave of simultaneous withdrawals. Investors requested about $7 billion in the first week of December. Only $300 million was in the bank. On December 10th, Madoff confessed to his sons. They reported him. He was sentenced to 150 years. His sons both died in the years after. Madoff died in prison in 2021. He was 82. Here is what connects every level: the parking lot, the check, the email, the romance, the app, the wire, Theranos, Enron, Stanford, Madoff. Everyone made you feel you were on the right side of the transaction. Lucky, loved, smart, visionary, exclusive. The fraud was never in the lie. It was in the feeling the lie produced. Because you do not get scammed by a lie. You get scammed by wanting it to be true. And wanting things to be true is not a flaw. It is what hope looks like. The people who never get scammed are the ones who have stopped wanting, and that is a different kind of loss. If a level hit close to home, tell me which in the comments. Subscribe, and I will see you at the next one.